I'm Daniel.
I'm Jay-Z.
And this is Just My DIY.
Today's episode is brought to you by the letter E for
Eucatile, premium hardboard with high internal stability.
Also known on the Home Depot website as white Thrifty tile board, which is found in the trim aisle. Now this is a board made from eucalyptus, making it really sustainable, but it has a nice white glossy finish on it.
We originally thought that this would turn out well for our efforts at sublimation, but found that it didn't take as we would have liked to have seen it.
However, not all was lost because we discovered this cuts really well in a Glowforge and is great for initials, letters, signs, that sort of thing. So in today's video,
we're going to see how Frank the Glowforger goes through it.
We're going to show you everything start to finish right now. First thing we got to do is break down this 4-foot by 8-foot board, which we use a mini circular saw to do that. It cuts really well and we just get them into some nice Glowforge size pieces.
Now we're going to do the masking process. This is important to do correctly for leaving things like air bubbles in your masking can put your laser at risk for creating fires. So we try to work as many of the air bubbles out as possible, getting it laid out smoothly on the board. You can see we're going to use this little burnishing tool we got from Amazon.
We'll link that down below.
And we're going to try and work out any of the air bubbles. Now, it was difficult in some aspects, so we re-lifted the edge of it and worked it again, this time only using the tool instead of my hands. And the tool did a lot better job, oddly. I mean, my hands are awesome, but apparently this tool was like the right thing.
So we are going to trim off the edges. We don't want any extra little flappy bits inside the Glowforge, so we're using an X-Acto knife on a cutting mat to trim that directly to size. And once we have it masked, we are ready to put it in the Glowforge. Now do note that you'll see a missing square there. We were doing some testing after we masked and before we got to this part. So we decided to pin the board down with some of those pins that go inside the crumb tray. That was a free file we found in the Glowforge forum to create those. And now we're ready to grab our image. We're just grabbing a monogram image from Design Bundles. We'll also link that down below. And we're going to click the ruler here and then adjust the size. Obviously you want to keep the proportion lock on there. We started off at about, 5.5. Ultimately decided that we want to do 5.25 to give ourselves a little extra room. So now we have to go and enter the settings, and we already have Eucatile from HD saved as a cut, but we're going to show you what that looks like. So it is speed 240, full power, and 2 passes. If we update this, we'll let you know down in the description. Once we have our settings done, we're going to go up and click where it says unknown to set our material. Because we're using an uncertified, that is non-proof grade material, we set the thickness. We measured with calipers and it's 0.13. Now we're going to create a weeding box, which is where we put a square around our design to
make it so that we have a template to work from.
There you go. We unlocked the proportions just so we could drag and get a little wider than taller. And then we went in and applied the Eucatile cut settings to that as well.
Now this is set on a 2x cut. You can see it said it takes 4 minutes and 36 seconds to accomplish this task. So you can see it goes around twice on everything.
These are the settings that we're currently using. If we do decide to adjust that, we will drop the new settings in the description, but we tried a one-time cut on this and it just didn't go all the way through. So 2 times it is for now.
So now we're going to wipe off some of the charring using a damp cloth. And that's to keep our hands clean and make our working area stay clean as we start pulling apart the cutout pieces.
That's one thing we did realize about this Eucatile was it does get super charry on all the edges. So here you'll see Daniel is over on the side working on cleaning off all the edges, because once we pull that masking off, we don't want to get that black char onto the designs themselves. Also, with lots of little pieces, we are using one of our Cricut weeding tools here to pop those out. It just really came in handy.
Do be gentle. These thin areas of the Euca board can easily break. So whenever you're peeling your masking or cleaning it, just use a gentle force.
Once we peel out that masking and revealed that beautiful white glossy surface, it just looks so good, especially now that it's cut into shape. So now we're going to use our template.
We're going to go ahead and try and center it on this hobby board we got from...
somewhere. We'll link it down below.
Sounds about right. We're going to tape it down with some painter's tape. And then we're going to use a super glue style of adhesive. Now it's important, do not use too much. It will bleed over the edges and glue more down than what you intended.
That's true. You also want to be careful as you're putting it into the template. It kind of fits in just like a puzzle, but you also don't want to hit the edges with that super glue you have on the back. So trying to be as exact as you can will help you get a better result.
So you put together the puzzle. Everyone loves a good puzzle.
True story. Pop it in.
And make her wait.
I really wanted to pull up that template immediately because I was so excited to see it, but Daniel made me wait for about 20-30 seconds to let everything set.
Daniel's such a spoiled sport.
He really is. I'm glad he knows that.
And we finessed the template out, and this is what you're left with.
How pretty is that? I mean, no painting, no nothing, and this is just gorgeous for a sign. We absolutely love how this Eucatile cuts on the Glowforge. And don't forget that if you're in the market for a Glowforge, we have a referral link in the description which will give you up to $500 off your purchase, as well as give us a little something to support the channel.
So if you like the video, then you should click that like button, subscribe, ring the bell. If you have any questions or comments, there's a line for that. And of course, in the description is a link for everything that we have used today.
Also in the description are all of our social handles. Don't forget to connect with us across platforms. We love hearing from you, and check out our blog at justmydiy.com. Thanks for watching.